What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. So in today's video I am going to be talking about Manchester United's last game that we went and played, Norwich, at the Theatre of Dreams at Old Trafford. So let's just get straight into today's video. So we made two changes from the last game against Arsenal. Talk about the starting 11. So we started with De Gea, Wan-Bissaka, Lindelof, Maguire, Williams, Fred, Matic, Mata, Pereira, Rashford and Martial. Overall reaction: Rashford scores twice on 200th appearance. Great performance, too easy, well done Reds. Great reaction from the players, just what we needed. First win in 2020, 4-0, FC is back. Couldn't be more happier. Win done, 3 points done and clean sheet done. No messing about, guys, let's just get straight into today's video. What did I make of the performance? Performance overall was absolutely fantastic from the players. The passion, the pride, the fight, the character, the work rate was absolutely fantastic from those players. I think we all would have been questioning, thinking, why can we not perform like that against Man City? And then we've gone into that Norwich one and we've absolutely torn them apart. I know it was only Norwich. I think at the end of the day, this means a lot for us because we've got a big week coming up now, trying to get that form back up now and trying to get that consistency going now. It's important for us now, if we can kick on from this result and be more consistent now. I think overall this was a must-win game for Manchester United. This was a must-win for us. We had to react. We had to beat Norwich. People were just thinking, Norwich could cause an upset and stuff like that, but United absolutely torn Norwich apart. It was fantastic from the players. Every single player played for the badge, played for the club, and they absolutely torn Norwich apart. I think first half, maybe the first 20 minutes, half an hour, not the best. Norwich tried to make things happen. I think in the first half we came out quick, we were bright, we were sharp. The transition from defence to attack was quick. We played with a lot of hunger, passion, pride, character. Work rate was there on and off the ball. The movement was fantastic. We were a lot more sharp, a lot more quicker. Played a lot more better from the City game, but that's because of the opposition. And then we were just pushing on, and we knew that we could find a breakthrough in the first half. And then we got the first goal by Marcus Rashford. It was fantastic to go 1-0 up inside the first half. It was important for us to get that first goal. It's always crucial to score that first goal. I thought we did very well in the first half. Should have been a little bit more in the first half, maybe not due to the performance, but second half we were 10 times better. I think we absolutely came out firing. We were absolutely all around them. I think Ollie's team talk changed the game at half time. He kicked the players up their arses. He said that we've got to at least smash these because look where they are in the table, the 20th, the rock bottom. If we cannot beat these, only just scrape this by one goal, it's going to be a disappointing performance. So if you want to tear these apart, you have to beat them 3-4-0 and you've got to take your chances. In this game we did very well to put our chances away because the last two games have really struggled to get some creativity going. That's credit to Mata as well, because I thought Mata was absolutely fantastic. He deserves the praise and the motivation from me because I thought Mata was brilliant. Pereira, it was all right in times, but got a good hiding from Ole Gunnar Solskjaer when he came off. That's what you need from Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. He needs to be more ruthless with these players because these players are young and they need to learn as well. When you give them a bollocking, like what Ollie did when Pereira got substituted, it shows that I'm going to pull you off if you're not performing well. That's credit to Solskjaer for that as well. He didn't look too happy with Pereira. And he's got to be like that with these players when they're not playing that well. He needs to be a little bit more edgy, a little bit more angry with the players, because, when we're coming off losses, I don't want to see Ole Gunnar Solskjaer smiling in the interviews. It's not good enough. I like Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. He likes to be positive. The board know that he's trying to build something. And sometimes you do have to feel for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer because against City, we lost that. They tore us apart. He tried to be positive in that interview as well. But you know what? Performance in this Norwich game was absolutely key. We knew we had to win this game. We came out firing. Martial's, your Greenwoods, your Rashfords all scored in that game. It was absolutely fantastic. You couldn't ask for more. Second half, I just thought we were 10 times better from the first half. I thought the first half maybe started a little bit slow. Norwich tried to make things happen here and there. They got a breakthrough towards the end of the game. But it was a fantastic performance by the players. It's the first win in 2020, so we knew that is happy for the players. Get the mood back in the dressing room. get the winning mentality back, lift the mood, get a little bit more confidence back in the team now because we've got a big week ahead. It was a great reaction from the players because, we lost to Arsenal, we drew to Wolves, and we lost to City. It was a good reaction from the players. It was a reaction that we needed from the players. It was too easy for us in the end. We've got to perform like that week in and week out. Never mind it's only because it's Norwich and they're 20th, the rock bottom, they're in the relegation zone. You've got to perform like that week in, week out, whoever you play. If it's your Cities, your Liverpools, your Leicesters, absolutely anyone, whoever you come up against, we've got to perform that week in, week out. They always say consistency is key, and it is key. And that's why we've got to keep up this consistency now, because we're a team where we just go on some good run of form and then we drop off again. So hopefully, I know it's only Norwich, but let's try and kick on now because we've got a massive week ahead of us. We've got Wolves in the FA Cup and then we've got Liverpool in the Premier League. 2 big games. I think if we can get past Wolves in the FA Cup, we've got half a chance of beating Liverpool on the weekend. But this win, a must win, we got that. It's the first win in 2020. The players will be happy about that. They'll be chuffed. Ollie's chuffed. Everyone is going to be chuffed. The staff, the coaches, absolutely everyone's going to be chuffed with that now because they'll want to push on now. I'm pleased with the players because, we had to win this game. It was a must-win game. I couldn't see us drawing this or losing this. We put on a very good performance. The work rate, the work ethic was there. We played with a lot of character, passion, pride, fight. Played for the badge, played for the club. We went out there and we showed who we were made of. And we showed that this is Manchester United. We went out there, we played like the real Manchester United. Got to play like that week in and week out. Let's hope we can keep that consistency up now for the rest of the season. We always say consistency is key. So let's hopefully we can keep that up now till the rest of the season. Even though it's only Norwich, why couldn't we not play like that against City? The reason why we couldn't play like that against City was because I think Ollie probably got his wrong team selection. He was trying to rest players in this sort of period of games, where the games are coming thick and fast. You're trying to rest players, you're trying to give players a chance as well. Obviously, players are coming back from injury, so some players were not fit, like Phil Jones. He had cramp towards the end of the game. We're still playing players that were not really match fit, just finding the feet again and trying to build up the fitness again. And obviously I think for us, we've got to keep up our fitness. These players, we need the fitness in the team because teams like with City, Liverpool, that absolutely run the socks off, that's where the fitness has got to be up there. Well, the thing is the reason why Phil Jones played against City was because Maguire was injured. That was the difference. I think in the first half of that City game, we just got absolutely torn apart. We were not good enough in that first half. And then in the second half, we looked better. We looked more sharper, more brighter on the ball. We got movement more going, even though we did find a goal. But the thing is, though, even though it's Norwich, we had to win this game. They're the rock bottom, they're in the relegation zone. You don't really expect much from Norwich at the end of the day. In this game against Norwich, we know that they had nothing to lose. It's a big away day for Norwich because not many teams get that opportunity to play at Old Trafford. We knew that they had nothing to lose. We just had to make sure that we were mentally focused. We had to be concentrated at all times. We kept focused. We got a clean sheet as well out of Norwich as well. It's good that we're getting more clean sheets as well, and we're improving that now. The players went out there, they expressed themselves, they played the best football, probably the best game that I've probably seen. Best performance maybe. I think I've seen better performances than that because we've beaten City and we've beaten Tottenham. I think we've been struggling with the lesser teams. That's probably the best performance against a lesser team recently. We play with heart, passion, pride. There was a little bit more hunger, a little bit more fight in that team, more character. And we got the best out of our players, and that's what you need. You need the best out of your players week in, week out, and we just couldn't see that against City because City have just all of a sudden just upped the ante a little bit now because they know that they're playing shockingly bad, but now they're just starting to pick up results and performances now. I think it's important for us now play like that now for this week, especially because we've got 2 massive games, Wolves and Liverpool. I think it's all about be mentally ready for these games that are coming our way. The reason why I just couldn't play like that is because I just didn't have enough fight in that game against City. Just no passion, no pride, and didn't play for the shirt or the badge, and the players just didn't turn up against City. In these big games, you expect your players to turn up, and that was a game that we didn't turn up. We knew that we had to turn up for Norwich, so let's up the ante now against Wolves, beat them, up the ante against Liverpool, And let's see, you never know what happens in football. You absolutely never know in football. We heard it at away games a lot more. We heard it in the home end last night. A lot of Woodward and Glazers chants coming out of here. Do you think where the fingers are going to get pointed now if Ollie isn't successful? I mean, Ollie's trying to build something right now. Of course, if we're chanting all these chants at the Glazers, the Woodwards and stuff like that, we know that from top to bottom, there's a virus, there's a major surgery in this team as well. But we're mainly turning to Woodward and the Glazers to get more signings in. They just sat on their fat arses doing absolutely nothing. And I'm happy that the fans have come out, they're chanting, never mind about that we have to be a family, we have to stick together and all this shit that Ollie's coming out with. They've got the message out now. Woodward was at that game. The Glazers are never at the games because they're always back at home in the US, so they don't give a shit anyway, the Glazers. It's a message that we need to get across to the board because we knew that the board just not been good enough recently. We need players, we need signings, and that's why we're on the verge of signing Bruno Fernandes. And if we can get Bruno Fernandes in, I think he'll absolutely do his wonders. He'll probably most likely get us into the top four. We're in the top four race now. We're only 5 points behind Chelsea, so there's still a possibility for top four. Arsenal are going to have it tough. We've got it tough. That has got the message through now to the board to say, pull your fingers out your arses now. Let's get some signings done. We know we're going to be signing Bruno Fernandes this month, hopefully in the next few days. Let's see what happens in the summer. So at least the fans getting the message across now to Woodward and the Glazers to pull the fingers out the arses now, because I'm happy that the fans have done that. It's sort of thinking, right, we need to do something now. We need to show that if we want this club back on track, we need to get behind the manager. We need to give him the money that we need and go and spend it on players that we think are good enough. Obviously get rid of the players that Ollie doesn't want. It's a work in progress, but the thing is, the more that Ollie keeps on losing stupid games to, Bournemouth, all these shitty teams that we should be beating, that's where people are going to be pointing to Ollie thinking, if you want to be in this club, you need to win these games, and that's what we need to do now. But that's why when we lose to these stupid fucking teams, that's where the finger gets pointed at Ollie, because you're thinking, where was plan B? It's mainly more at the board, because the board are just not good enough. The board are just sat on their asses watching those games and they're absolutely doing nothing. So I'm happy the fans have done that. It's got the message across now. Let's bring some signings in now. Make some fucking signings. Who is my man of the match? Oh, it's got to be Marcus Rashford. It was his 200th appearance for the club. He scored 2 goals. The lad deserves it. He deserves the motivation. He deserves the praise. He's in fantastic form right now. It's got to be Marcus Rashford. How do we beat Liverpool? Now, Liverpool are a very good team. Liverpool, for me, they're just getting away with these results. You can see it in the results. They might be putting in some good performances, but they're just scraping it. They're only just getting away with these games. I think with Liverpool, they're well structured. It's all about togetherness for them. Klopp has got some fantastic tactics as well. He's a very good tactician as well. He has his players organised. They keep men behind the ball. They keep the shape. He's got his players in the right positions as well. Liverpool, they like to stretch teams out. I think it's important for when Mane, Salah and Firmino, when they're on the attack, we've got to defend properly. That's where we're going to have at least 10 men behind the ball. We've got to keep our shape. We've got to be organised at the back. When they're on the attack, we must defend properly. The thing is, we are the only team that have stopped Liverpool this season. And so far this season, Liverpool have dropped 2 points. The only team that have stopped Liverpool is us. If we can stop them at Old Trafford, we can stop them at Anfield. Liverpool is shit. They're not playing great. They're scraping these results. And I think United have got half a chance of beating Liverpool. If we can get past Wolves during the week, we have got half a chance of beating those fucking on Sunday, because they're not playing well. They're scraping it. Even their fans know that they're scraping it, so they're not good enough. Liverpool, they're a very good team. They've got quality players, but I think the way we're going to have to beat them is make sure we have a quick start. We've got to be bright, sharp on the ball. We've got to pass quick. The movement's got to be quick. When they're on the attack, we must defend properly. We've got to make sure we get on the attack, play with aggression, play with fight, passion, pride. We need the character, the work rate, the work ethic. Everything has got to be there against Liverpool. Last time we got our pants pulled down against Liverpool, but that's when we had some dickhead in charge. I think the only way we're going to beat them is having a quick start, getting that first goal, score that crucial first goal. They will be shocked. If we score that first goal, they will be shocked. They will be shocked, because then they have to go and chase down the game. If we can defend properly and hold these off, we will be the first team to beat them. They know they've been scraping away with it. If we can beat City and Tottenham, we can beat Liverpool. Honestly, we've beaten Chelsea, Leicester, City, Tottenham. We've not beaten Arsenal this season, which is a shame. But if we can beat City and Tottenham, City weren't the best against us. We went away there. We thought we were never going to get a result there. We got a result against City. If we can beat City, we can beat these world champions. Liverpool is shit this season. They're not even great. The only way we're going to beat them is having a quick start, have a bright start. Got to create the chances. I think if Ollie gets his right team selection, puts the players in the right positions and gets the right formation, we've got half a chance of beating these, because Liverpool, they're just scraping it. They're just scraping it. I really hate Liverpool myself, so we've got to beat them. I think Liverpool, they know they're not playing the best. Even the coaching staff, the manager, they all know that they're not playing the best. I think we just got to go there. We've got to play how we play, have a quick start, create the chances, make sure you're scoring your chances, put those chances away. If we score that first goal, that crucial goal, Liverpool will be shocked, because then they have to go and chase the game down. If we get that second goal, they're fucked, because how are they going to get 3 goals? And I mean, they might have some good turnarounds here and there. Honestly, Liverpool are not playing the best. The manager knows that they're not playing well. The coaching staff, that they know they're not playing well. It's just scraping these results. I think we have a chance of beating Liverpool. Even the fans know that they're scraping it as well, so we've got half a chance of beating these. Getting into the goals now. First goal, Lindelof passed it to Mata. Mata cuts back inside, comes in from his left foot. Mata puts in a great cross towards the back post, and Rashford taps it in for 1-0. Second goal, Maguire passed it to Rashford. Rashford puts a fantastic ball through to Williams. Williams runs and gets taken out by the goalkeeper. The referee points to the spot. Rashford steps up and puts away a nice and composed penalty for 2-0. Third goal, Pereira takes a short corner. Pereira passed it to Mata. Mata puts in a sensational cross, and Martial heads it in for 3-0. Fourth goal, Maguire puts the ball over the top to James. James controls it, headed it to Greenwood. Greenwood controls it, takes 3 touches and buries it in the bottom corner for 4-0. Getting into the stats now. Possession wise for Manchester United is a fantastic of 60.4% of the possession, and Norwich had only 39.6 possession. Goals for Manchester United was 4 and Norwich was 0. Total shots was for United was 13 and for Norwich it was 8. Shots on target for Man United it was 6 and Norwich was 3. Shot accuracy for Man United was 46.2% and for Norwich it was 37.5%. Shots inside the box for Man United it was 9 and for Norwich it was 1. Shots outside the box for Man United it was 4 and for Norwich it was 7. Total passes for Man United it was 646. For Norwich it was 424. The pass accuracy for Man United 86.1% and for Norwich it was 78.3%. Getting into the substitutions now. Rashford went off for James. Talk about Rashford's performance. Met Mata's cross clinically for the breakthrough and was in crowd pleasing form before his goal. Converted a penalty. Undeniably the talesman. Pereira went off for Greenwood. Talk about Pereira's performance. Enverdured to show he had earned the privilege to start as a playmaker. End product was lacking at times. Martial went off for Gomez. Talk about Martial's performance. Careless in the penalty area, but had a work ethic that was appreciated by supporters and scored with a header. Next up is Liverpool. Liverpool of course sat first in the table. Like I just said, guys, Liverpool are just not playing the best right now. I said that the manager, the coaching staff know that they're not playing well. They're only just scraping it recently. And the only team that can probably beat them right now is probably Manchester United. We may not be in the best form ourselves, we may not be consistent at times, but I think the only team that can stop them is us. If we can stop them at Old Trafford, they drop 2 points there. Half of those players can't even turn up when it comes to big teams. When teams like United up the ante against Liverpool, their players cannot seem to turn up. And that's the likes of Mane, Firmino and Salah. And that's because centre-backs, the left-backs and the right-back is switched on at all times, because they know that they've got to defend properly. If they don't defend properly, they're going to concede a goal. So it's important that when they're on the attack, we must defend properly. We're going to get men behind the ball. We must keep our shape. We must be organised at times. When they're on the attack, we must do those three things. We've got to stay mentally focused on our job, and I've said how we already beat them. Got to have a quick start, and we've got to get the chances on goal, and we've got to wrap those chances up, scoring them. Get that first goal, that first crucial goal, they'll be shot. Get that second goal, that makes them working, that makes them to chase down that game. If we can get that first goal and that second goal, they'll be shocked. They'll need to chase down the game. Sometimes they can pull out a good result, sometimes they just flop. I'll tell you now, Jurgen Klopp knows performing at the best, and even the coaching staff. If we can shock these, we can shock them. You know, Liverpool are now the world champions. Liverpool haven't been beaten yet this season. The only team that has stopped them of their run is us. Us. We're the only ones that have stopped them. You would have think Tottenham or City would have stopped them. Us. We're the only ones that have stopped them back in October. And they drew 1-1. They dropped 2 points. We probably dropped 2 points as well because we had an opportunity to go and beat them, but we didn't take that chance. So I think if we can push on, up the ante against these lot, we have half a chance of beating them. Liverpool have the best defence in the league and have only conceded 14 goals this season so far. Liverpool have scored 50 goals so far this season. The last time Liverpool conceded was in December against Everton, which was on the 5th of December. It's been over a month and Liverpool haven't conceded a single goal since. On average, Liverpool are scoring 2.4 goals and conceding less than a goal recently. I'm confident that we can get a goal or two past them. Liverpool have only dropped 2 points this season, and that was against us, obviously. Liverpool might be putting in some good performances. If you look at the results, they're only just scraping it, and that's, for example, they only just beat Villa away from home 2-1. They only just beat Palace away from home 2-1. They only just beat Brighton 2-1. They got away with it against Wolves because of VAR. They got away with that. That was 1-0. Just recently they went and beat Tottenham and that was 1-0. The world champions, I think we've got off a chance of beating them because, I mean, they're not the best. They're not playing the best football. They're just scraping it in the results recently. But I tell you what, if Ollie gets the right team, puts the players in the right positions, if he balances the team out right, get the structure in the team to be right, he needs the squad depth and he needs to select the right formation for the game. If he can do all those things, we will beat Liverpool. Honestly, we will. The last time we won at Anfield was on Sunday the 17th of January 2016 and it ended 1-0 to the Reds. Can it come back and haunt them 3 years later? I hope it fucking does. The last time we lost at Anfield was on Monday the 17th of December 2018 and it ended 3-1, but that was when we had Jose Mourinho in charge. The players to look out for is Alexander-Arnold, Van Dijk, Robertson, Wijnaldum, Milner, Keita, Henderson, Oxlade-Chamberlain, Lallana obviously scored against us last time, Shaqiri, Firmino, Mane, Salah, Origi, and that new signing, Mino, however you say his name. Hope you guys have enjoyed another video. Be sure to leave a like, subscribe to my channel if you are new. See you guys in the video in the next couple of days, and over and out. Peace.